Goku and Vegeta were on Earth, living their lives normally. It had been more than 10 years since the Tournament of Power. Both trained hard, but they were not the only ones. Frieza was also preparing to take revenge on the Saiyans. "It's time for those bastards to pay me for what they did to me," said furious Frieza. "Lord Frieza, are you sure you're ready?" asked Berry Blue. "Remember that they have also trained." "Of course, I'm more than ready. Being a prodigy of my race, I need much less training to achieve the same results as them," said Frieza, determined. "Now you will see, they will regret messing with me. In a few minutes we will reach Earth," said Berry Blue. Moments later, Goku and Vegeta would feel Frieza's great ki. "Damn, it has to be a joke," said Vegeta, terrified. "If that's Frieza's ki, we're in serious trouble," said Goku. "All this is your fault. You didn't have to revive him in the Tournament of Power. I told you it would be dangerous," said Vegeta. "Come on, Vegeta, it's not that bad. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be here," said Goku. Goku and Vegeta would prepare to receive Frieza, the Emperor of Evil. They would arrive in his ship, intimidating our friends. "Great Frieza, I wish you luck," said Berry Blue. "I don't need it, just my strength," said Frieza. Frieza would show himself. Goku and Vegeta were really terrified. "Frieza, it doesn't matter how much you have trained, we will defeat you," said Goku. "So it's time for you to bite the dust," said Vegeta. "Oh, you never change. You always assume you will win the fights," said Frieza. "It doesn't matter. Soon you will see how I will take care of you." Frieza would disappear out of nowhere and arrive behind our friends. By the time they would turn around, it was too late. Frieza would hit them hard in the stomach. Then, with a jump, he would kick each one under his chin. Goku and Vegeta would be fired far away and really hurt. "If you are going to fight me, have the dignity to transform," said Frieza. Goku and Vegeta knew it. They couldn't fight like that. Each one would transform into Super Saiyan Blue, unleashing all his power. Then each one of them would throw Frieza, but from one side. They would start attacking him with everything. The situation looked even, only there was a detail. Frieza had not yet used his golden form, and both knew it. "Vegeta, we have to be careful. This time we are in trouble," said Goku. "Shut up, Kakarot. All this is your fault," said Vegeta, upset. "Come on, overcome your trauma," said Goku. Frieza would launch several ki attacks at our friends. They would be forced to dodge them. They could not advance, since they were too many attacks to move freely. After a moment, Frieza would appear between Goku and Vegeta. He would hit one in the face and the other in the stomach. Both would fall to the ground in pain, but they would get up right away. "I think it's time to stop playing," said Frieza. Frieza would scream, raising his ki to the maximum. He would unleash so much power that he would destroy all the areas around him. Goku and Vegeta were really terrified. "It can't be. It's incredibly strong," said Goku, disconcerted. "There's no way out of this," said Vegeta. "If there is, and you know it," said Goku. "Demons," said Vegeta. "Oh, if it's for the fusion, I have no problem. I would love to see it," said Frieza. "Do you mean the fusion?" asked Goku. "What? Of course, yes," said Frieza, upset. "Kakarot, you're an idiot," said Vegeta. Goku and Vegeta, given the advantage that Frieza would give them, would start with the steps of the fusion. Thanks to this, Gogeta would appear. "Very well, Frieza. It's time to end this," said Gogeta. Gogeta would transform into Super Saiyan Blue. Frieza would pay attention since he was stronger than he expected. "Heavens, I think I shouldn't have done that," said Frieza, upset. Frieza would raise his ki and throw himself with everything towards Gogeta. They would begin to exchange blows at full power. Both were giving it their all. The fight was getting serious. After a few minutes of combat, we see that both Frieza and Gogeta were tired. The two would take distance while recovering their breath. "I have to end this once and for all," said Gogeta. Gogeta would begin to accumulate energy in his hands. Frieza would realize his intentions. "What do you want to end this with now?" said Frieza. The end. "Kamehameha!" shouted Gogeta. "You won't get away with this," said Frieza, returning another powerful ki attack. Both attacks would impact each other. Each one was giving it their all, and the situation was tight. The attacks were fought in a duel in the center. The first to run out would be the loser. Both Frieza and Gogeta suffered from the wear and tear, but they wouldn't give up so easily. But Frieza would lose his golden form due to the excessive energy expenditure. Gogeta's attack would take advantage. Frieza was at no loss, but the fusion would end. Gogeta and Vegeta would separate, and Frieza's attack would advance between them. "It can't be," said Vegeta. "Damn it, this is going wrong," said Gogeta. "Without that fusion, they are nothing but simple rats," said Frieza, making fun of them. Frieza would launch a ki beam at Vegeta, piercing his chest. He would fall dead to the ground. "Vegeta," said Goku, terrified. "Don't worry, I will also send you to the beyond," said Frieza. Frieza would attack Goku in his stomach, taking his hand out of his back. Goku would lose a lot of blood. "Ha! In the end, I took revenge on you, and I will never see you again, because there will be no Dragon Balls to revive you," said Frieza. Frieza would take Goku's hand. He would fall to the ground, losing his life. After that, Frieza would return to his ship. "I love you, Frieza. I congratulate you," said Berry Blue. "I don't need it, just my strength," said Frieza. "I was a little careless allowing the fusion, but I managed to repair it," said Frieza. "Now I will not leave anything of this planet." Once out of the ground, Frieza would create a great ki ball. With it, he would destroy the planet completely. Each of its inhabitants would lose their lives. With them, the Dragon Balls. Then, in the beyond, we see Vegeta arrive with Enma Diazama. "Hey, you have to give me a body for 24 hours. I have to stop Frieza," said Vegeta. The souls would begin to regroup. There were too many deaths in a single moment. "I'm sorry, but that can't happen," said Enma Diazama. The Earth disappeared completely. "How?" said Vegeta. "I'm sorry, there is no Earth. Now look at all the souls that come here. Go to heaven and don't waste my time," said Enma Diazama. Vegeta would reach heaven. He was really frustrated, but there was nothing he could do. Piccolo and Gohan would come with him. "Vegeta, where is Goku?" asked Piccolo. "Unless he's in hell, he should be alive," said Piccolo. "So maybe my father didn't die," said Gohan. "No, that's not possible. We saw him from the Kami-sama temple," said Piccolo. "We'll have to ask Enma Diazama." "Wait a minute, Kakarot died after me," said Vegeta. "And you much later because Frieza destroyed the Earth." "That doesn't make sense. Then Goku should be around here," said Piccolo. "Could his soul have been lost somewhere?" asked Gohan. "No, that's not possible," said Vegeta. "By the way, where are the others?" "Enma Diazama gives physical bodies to those who are warriors. He didn't tell Krillin and the rest because they were retired from martial arts," said Piccolo. "But I retired," said Gohan. "Then I imagine he considered your power," said Piccolo. "The others must be in the form of souls somewhere, waiting for their turn to reincarnate in another life. Clearly, children don't usually have a body. They are usually reincarnated right away." "It can't be. I'll do whatever it takes to get out of here and get revenge on Frieza," said Vegeta, furious. "I'm sorry, Vegeta, but unless they revive us, that won't happen," said Piccolo. "Guys, here they are," said Dende. "Dende, you were lost," said Piccolo. "It's just that I found some people," said Dende. "Some Namekians would show up. They were also dead." "He's got me," said Piccolo. "That means the only dragon spheres disappeared," said Vegeta. "That's right, Frieza destroyed our planet. How sorry we are," said the Patriarch. "Damn it, this has no solution," said Vegeta, upset. Beerus and Whis would find out what happened. "Oh, I can't believe it," said Whis, somewhat sad. "We won't be able to enjoy the Earth's food. If Frieza defeated those two who merged, it won't take long for him to come for me," said Beerus. "If he defeated Goku and Vegeta's fusion, he will surely beat you," said Whis. "The best thing would be for him to start training, although I don't have much time to do it." "Do you want to waste time talking?" said Whis. "No." "Okay," said Beerus. "Let's train." 5 years would pass. On the sacred planet, the tree that gave life to the Kaioshins and Kaiosamas was about to drop a fruit. One of them was really ripe. When it fell, Kibito would appear right away. "Wow, a rooster is finally born," said Kibito. "I hope it's someone superior, a Kaioshin and not a Kaiosama, which is what we need." A line of light would be seen from the fruit. This would open, giving birth to Goku. "What?" said Kibito, terrified. Goku would come out of the fruit with his eyes closed. He would fall to the ground without clothes and with his body covered in juices. "No, it doesn't make sense. Only sacred beings are born from this tree," said Kibito. Goku would open his eyes slowly. His vision would become clearer with difficulty. "Where am I?" said Goku. "Hey, how did you get into that fruit?" asked Kibito. "What are you talking about?" asked Goku. Goku would stand up. Everything would be noticeable. "Heavens, how disgusting! What did you throw at me? Are you a pervert?" said Goku. "For you to know, you have just been born from the sacred fruit, as we all Kaios are born," said Kibito. "Wait, I was just born?" asked Goku. "It doesn't make sense. Frieza killed me. Now that you say it, I don't remember going any further. From what I see, you don't know anything about what happened," said Kibito. "I only know that Frieza killed Vegeta and then me," said Goku. "That was 5 years ago," said Kibito. "And not just you, also to Earth and the planet Namek." "It can't be," said Goku, disconcerted. "Yes, he eliminated them all," said Kibito. I can't believe it. That bastard, said Goku, furious. Hey, could you help me with this? It's uncomfortable. Kibito would point to Goku, and with his powers, he would take all the juices from his body and give him the same uniform he used before. Well, now tell me, what about Beerus? Asked Goku. I think you haven't noticed, said Kibito. Can't you see I'm alone? You mean? Asked Goku. That's right, Frieza killed them, said Kibito. Damn it, said Goku. But Whis is still alive. I doubt Frieza can beat him. If that's the case, he must be inactive on Beerus's planet. There is no god of creation or god of destruction, said Kibito. Wait a minute, but you are a god of creation, said Goku. No, I'm just a helper. I wasn't born as a real Kaioshin, said Kibito. I don't have time to explain it now. If you want, go see Whis, but you're wasting your time, would finish saying Kibito. Seriously? Goku didn't understand what was going on. He would take a shower at Kibito's home to clear himself. He would notice that the sensation of water in his body was different from what he remembered. God, I feel like my body is totally different, said Goku. Am I from the Kaioshin race? Now I imagine you're going to see Whis, said Kibito. Yes? How is it that he is inactive when there is no god of destruction? Goku would ask. What I said before, the angel is a servant and master of the god of destruction. Without his god, he has nothing to do, so he leaves his activity, said Kibito. There is a possibility that he will return to his world in the kingdom of angels. Then I'll try to find him, said Goku. Goku was about to bring his fingers to his forehead, but he would notice that it was not necessary. Naturally, he would be able to feel Whis's ki. It can't be true, said Goku. I can feel it. What are you talking about? Asked Kibito. That I can feel his ki easily without making any kind of effort or concentrating, said Goku. Goku would observe towards the sky. He could see distant objects as if nothing. I don't think so, said Goku. Goku would observe some strange beetles as they fought. Are you watching those insects fight? Asked Kibito, amazed. Do you see them too? Asked Goku. Wow, I see that you master the characteristics of being a Kaioshin, said Kibito. By the way, before you hurry to talk to Whis, you have to take this into account. Goku would disappear with the teleportation. You have to wait for a god of destruction to appear, Kibito would finish saying when Goku had already left. Goku would reach the planet of the deceased Beerus. He was in front of the angel who would be disconcerted with his visit. Hi, Whis, he would greet Goku as if nothing. Whis would take a few turns around Goku. He would analyze him carefully before saying a word. Mr. Goku, is it really you? Whis would say. Well, yes, I think, Goku would say. Why is he a Kaioshin? Whis would ask. I don't know. I was born from the sacred fruit when it's supposed to Frieza killed me 5 years ago, Goku would say. Interesting, Whis would say. It's a shame. There is no god of destruction, so he has no tasks to fulfill. Get one, Goku would say. No, I'll be better. You can't be a god of destruction and one of creation at the same time, Whis would say. They're totally opposite things. And who decided it? Goku would ask. Goku, seriously, the universal laws that are above Zenozama, Whis would say. Oh well, Goku would say. Goku's stomach would sound, since he was very hungry. Wow, I see you're hungry. I guess you want me to cook you something, Whis would say. Great, I'm starving, Goku would say. Excited, Whis would invite Goku to eat. He would serve him a great dinner. As for his stomach, Goku would say. He would eat like a madman, although in a moment he would stop. Something happens? Whis would ask. It's just, the food tastes weird. Goku would say. "Oh, how sorry to hear that. Now that Mr. Beerus is gone, I'm not as used to cooking as before," Whis would say. "It's not that," Goku would say. "It's just that the food tastes good, but the flavors are different. It also happened to me when I showered. The water felt really different to the touch." "Oh, I understand. You mean it's a matter of your body," Whis would say. "Now he has the body of a Kaioshin, although he looks like a Saiyan." Goku would leave the food aside since he had something important to do. "Whis, I want you to fight me," Goku would say. "I don't know if you know, but I'm inactive," Whis would say. "Please, I want to know what happened to my powers," Goku would say. "I have the body of a god. I must be stronger. If so, I can defeat Frieza. I'm sorry, I don't deserve to be your master," Whis would say. "I'm out of service, too much that I still live here out of affection for the castle." "I understand," Goku would say. Goku would throw a key ball at Whis. The angel would disappear and reappear on one side. "What is it supposed to do?" Whis would seriously ask. "I just attacked you." "That makes it a personal matter," Goku would say. "Now you can fight me in your own defense." "Wow, he knows how to handle divine rules after all," Whis would say. "What he also has to know is that I can kill him for that." Goku would swallow saliva for the fear he felt for that threat. That's when he throws everything at Whis. He would attack him with a rain of consecutive blows, but the angel would reject each of the attacks as if nothing. "Not bad, but not enough," Whis would say. Whis just touching Goku's chest with the tip of his finger would expel him away. Goku would touch himself, feeling an intense pain. "Why doesn't he transform?" Whis would ask. "I don't know," Goku would say. "It will be a waste if he doesn't try before he kills him," Whis would say. Goku would start raising his ki to the maximum. At first, it would cost him too much. "Damn it," Goku would say, frustrated. "New body, new approach," Whis would say. "No, no, it can't be. I have to be able to transform," Goku would say. Goku would scream by raising his ki as much as he could. His muscles would grow, but his hair would remain the same. He would not be able to use any transformation. Suddenly, he would manage to transform into Super Saiyan with a lot of effort, but his movements would be clumsy. He could hardly move freely. "This is not what I had in mind," Goku would say. "To be just the Super Saiyan, it looks very good," Whis would say. Whis would reach Goku with a punch in his stomach. Goku would be unconscious almost instantly. "Heavens, normally he would have died with that blow," Whis would say. Hours later, Goku would wake up being healed by the angel. "Damn, that hurt," Goku would say. "I know," Whis would say. "He received the attack of an angel. I can't believe it. Why can't I use the Super Saiyan Blue?" Goku would ask. "It is a matter of focus, although I am more than sure that if he succeeds, he will be stronger than before," Whis would say. "Really?" Goku would ask. "Of course. Remember that the Super Saiyan Blue is a Super Saiyan when he uses a god's ki," Whis would say. "However, you are already a god, and you did not realize. Is true?" Goku would say. "I have a god's ki, and I did not realize." Goku would close his eyes for a moment. He would try to relax. Suddenly, his hair would rise, acquiring the color blue. "This is incredible. I am much stronger than before," Goku would say. "Of course, now he does not imitate the ki of a god, he is a god," Whis would say. "I'm ready to face Frieza and take revenge," Goku would say. "Oh, I don't believe it," Whis would say. "Mr. Frieza has not stayed still since you died. Look at my power now," Goku would say. "It's just the emotion of the moment," Whis would say. Whis would point to Goku. A series of explosions of energy would originate around him. Goku would lose his transformation and fall to the ground, almost unable to move. "That hurt," Goku would say, losing blood all over his body. If an ant grows 100 times its size, it still needs to overcome a mountain. "Keep that in mind," Whis would say. "I understand," Goku would say. Whis would use his staff to look for Frieza. He was on a planet that he seemed to have just invaded. "It can't be. Look at the muscles of his arms," Goku would say. Mr. Frieza was always a prodigy who never trained. "In this case, he took it more seriously," Whis would say. "He trained even during the 5 years that passed." Suddenly, Goku and Whis would see something incredible. Broly would come to face Frieza. "It can't be. It's Broly," Goku would say. "Oh, I thought he was dead," Whis would say. Broly came from a long training. He was ready to face Frieza. "You don't know what I've been waiting for this day to come," Broly would say. "Oh, and I thought I had killed you," Frieza would say. "I guess in the end I'll have a serious fight." Frieza was ready to fight. Broly would stand guard and raise his ki. He would throw everything at Frieza, attacking him with a series of consecutive blows, but the angel would reject each of the attacks as if nothing. "Not bad, but not enough," Frieza would say. Broly would be hit by a mountain and destroying it with contact. Even so, it would get out of her as if nothing. "It's not bad at all," Frieza would say. Broly would launch as a torpedo towards Frieza. Upon reaching him, both would pull each other's hands and would start to force. Frieza looked very confident. Although both performed the same force, "You are good, very good. It's been a long time since someone put me at this level," Frieza would say. And that was Beerus, the same god of destruction. Broly would open his mouth by throwing a large ray of ki at short distance, but Frieza would dodge it by crouching just in time. Then Frieza's body would begin to release a large amount of energy until it reached the golden form. Upon reaching that power, he would squeeze his hands, torturing Broly. His strength was much greater than that of the giant Saiyan. "I told you, for me you are an insect," Frieza would say. Frieza's hands would cover themselves with ki and throw Broly far away. Broly would roll several meters on the ground, but when he stood up, Frieza would reach him flying, connecting his 2 feet on his chest. Broly would fall to the ground, losing his transformation. He would do his best to get up, but he was in a very bad state. "Come on, get up so I can finish killing you," Frieza would say. Suddenly, Goku would arrive in front of Broly. "Wait a minute," Frieza would say, disconcerted. "No, it can't be true." "Frieza, you will pay for everything you did," Goku would say. Goku would take Broly and disappear with him. Frieza had launched a ki attack that would go by long because he had taken too long to react. "It's not true," Frieza would scream furiously when creating a ki explosion. The explosion would be so powerful that it would completely destroy the planet. Then we see Goku arrive with Broly to the planet of Beerus. "Wow, he saved him just in time," Whis would say. Broly would try to get up, but he would fall again when he passed out. "Whis, we already have a god of destruction," Goku would say. "Broly?" Whis would say. "He's crazy. It's too destructive to be a god of destruction." "It's what we need. It's perfect," Goku would say. "Train him and the Universe 7 will have its god of creation and god of destruction." "It doesn't sound so bad after all," Whis would say, smiling. Broly would wake up after being healed of his wounds. He wouldn't recognize where he was or remember what had happened. "What is all this?" Broly would ask. "Broly, you're finally awake," Goku would say. "Goku?" Broly would say, disconcerted. "Hee, yes, it's me," Goku would say. "I don't understand. You were supposed to be dead," Broly would say. "You were also supposed to be dead, and here you are, alive and kicking," Whis would say. "Well, I woke up on another planet when the fight against Frieza happened. I don't know how I got here. I only remember being defeated when I helped Beerus," Broly would say. "I couldn't do anything for him. Believe me, being alive was the best thing I could have done," Whis would say. "I don't understand," Broly would say. "We want you to be the new god of destruction," Goku would say. "I even think that's a bad idea," Broly would say. "I thought the same thing, but we can also see it as the warrior with the best destructive ability," Whis would say. "Whis, why don't we talk to Zeno-sama? After all, if we plan to be the gods, we should let him know," Goku would say. "Do we plan?" Broly would ask. "Oh yes, I am the god of creation, or more or less. Now I am of the race that can be god of creation, not that I am God. Yes, I am God, but not the god that becomes God or, well, that," Goku would say, without understanding what he was saying. "I better not ask," Broly would say. Whis would take Goku and Broly to the planet of Zeno-sama while Frieza was distraught, thinking about the reason why Goku was alive. "It can't be true. It has to be a damn joke," Frieza would say. "Great Frieza, we are already starting the investigations to find Goku as soon as possible," Berry Blue would say. "It's not about that. The problem is, what will he do?" Frieza would say. "Goku always finds a way to get stronger. I can't allow him to be alive, much less to revive. It's strange, we destroyed all the dragon spheres," Berry Blue would say. "And the dragon's super spheres could not be used because one of them is converted into a technological planet so that it is not found. Something happened, and that's why he revived," Frieza would say. "Anyway, you don't have to worry. If Goku were a threat, he would have already faced it and would not have escaped," Berry Blue would say. "I know, I'm not afraid, but," Frieza would say, while he was agitated by fear, "it makes me panic to think about everything I went through because of him. As soon as we have news of him, he will be able to kill him. He won't hide for long," Berry Blue would say. Frieza was really furious. He thought he had a quiet life by being able to get rid of his biggest rivals, but now he couldn't sleep from knowing about Goku's existence and that he would also take Broly. Moments later, we see our friends arrive at the planet of Zeno-sama. Dai Shinkan would be surprised by Goku's visit, not only because Zeno-sama was bored without him, also because he would notice the difference in Goku's essence. "Mr. Goku, how is it possible that you radiate the same energy as a Kaioshin?" Dai Shinkan would ask. "It's because I am a Kaioshin," Goku would say. "If you say it that way, it makes me feel silly," Dai Shinkan would say. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that," Goku would say. "I have nothing to explain. I was supposed to die 5 years ago, and I was born from a fruit of the sacred tree. That's all I know. From what I see, he was reborn with all his memories and powers," Dai Shinkan would say. "But now he's a god, so he's stronger," Whis would say. Broly didn't know how to react. He was there watching everything. "The Lord?" Dai Shinkan would ask, confused. "His name is Broly," He's a very strong Saiyan prodigy, Goku would say when he introduced him. Broly would smell under his arm without understanding the figure that Dai Shinkan was playing. He has to see Zeno-sama? The Supreme Priest would ask. Oh, that's the best part. We come to present him as the god of destruction in the absence of Mr. Beerus, says Whis, and I as the god of creation, says Goku. Well, it's not like something could go worse, says Dai Shinkan. Our friends would go to see Zeno-sama. Both kings would be amazed to see Goku. Goku! The Zeno-samas would scream as they flew towards Goku. Little Sen, I see you missed me, says Goku. We thought you were dead, says a Zeno-sama. Yes, we never thought we'd see you again, says the other Zeno-sama. Well, here I am, and now I'm a Kaioshin, says Goku. Wow, how did you do that? Both Zeno-samas would ask. That's the best part. I don't know, says Goku. What? They would say, the two Zeno-samas. I'll tell you, Goku would say. Goku would spend a few minutes telling the kings his story. Broly would sit aside looking at the ceiling, while Dai Shinkan would move away with Whis to talk about the situation. I don't know if this is safe, says Dai Shinkan. I understand, but it's all we have, says Whis. Broly is someone very destructive. He will quickly understand the Hakai. You just have to civilize it. Oh, I see that, Dai Shinkan would say, noticing how Broly stuck a finger in his nose. Just try to be a little more, I don't know, you see how you handle it. If we look at the other gods of destruction, I think at least Broly will have better will, Whis would say. Yes, I do not doubt that, Dai Shinkan would say. Both Zeno-samas would be playing among them, recreating the situation that Goku told them. I'll come back for you, Frieza, said a Zeno-sama. Goku is going to kill Frieza, said the other Zeno-sama. No, I don't think so. That's Broly's job now. He's very strong, said Goku. When he gets angry, he screams a lot and grows. Wow, we want to see that, said both Zeno-samas. Dai Shinkan would watch Goku intimidatingly, since he had crossed a certain limit. When I fight Frieza, I'll call you to see. What do you think? Goku would ask. Yes, I think it's fine, said a Zeno-sama. Yes, me too, said the other Zeno-sama. Mr. Goku has just postulated Mr. Broly as God of Destruction and that he occupies the official position as God of Creation, said Dai Shinkan. If Goku wants it, no problem, said a Zeno-sama. Yes, for me it's fine, said the other Zeno-sama. It's time to go. With your permission, said Whis. Our friends would return to the planet of Beerus, but Whis should make things clear to both. First of all, Mr. Broly has to understand how the positions of the gods work. The ones he sent are the kings of everything. You should never make them angry, or otherwise they could disappear an entire universe with just wanting it, said Whis. Zeno-sama is cool, you just have to treat him well, said Goku. He will have to learn modals in addition to training very hard, said Whis. If it is part of defeating Frieza, I will do whatever is necessary, said Broly. Mr. Goku, you should spend some time with Kibito, said Whis. Why? It's a bit grumpy and I don't like it, said Goku. I understand, but he has to master the characteristics of a Kaioshin. I think he has some, for example, Kaioshins can travel through the universe at will, said Whis. It's true, the Kaioshin did that, said Goku. That would be very useful. Goku would use teleportation and reach the sacred planet where Kibito was. I see you're back, said Kibito. I hope you realized that you only wasted time. I got someone to be the god of destruction. It will be Broly. He is already being trained by Whis, and Zeno-sama approved it. Of course, I will be the god of creation when my qualities improve with you, said Goku. What? Said Kibito, disconcerted. Did you do all that? "Well, I think I did well on my first day as a Kaioshin," said Goku. Kibito didn't know what to answer. "I didn't expect so much from Goku. Please, teach me how to be a Kaioshin. I have to do my job well from now on," said Goku. "Okay, not only will I teach you how to be a Kaioshin, but I will teach you how to be the best Kaioshin," said Kibito. "That's it," said Goku, excited. Goku would begin to practice all his Kaioshin skills, to travel through Universe 7, the use of Potara clay, the creation of matter, and other qualities. Several days would pass while Broly understood how to be a god of destruction and Goku how to be a god of creation. Meanwhile, Frieza was desperate since he couldn't find Goku and Broly anywhere. "It can't be that those two fools don't appear anywhere," said Frieza, furious. "Great Frieza, we can interrupt the invasions and send all the soldiers to reinforce the search," said Berry Blue. "Why didn't they do it before?" asked Frieza between teeth. "Oh, I'm sorry, great sir," said Berry Blue. Berry Blue would give the order to all the troops. They would begin to mobilize in search of any trace of Goku and Broly. It didn't seem to be an easy task. In a matter of a few days, they would find traces of Goku on the sacred planet, although they continued without meeting Broly. Frieza's ships monitored the planet, transmitting the images of Goku, who was meditating. "There is that bastard," said Frieza. "Let's go right now." "Great Frieza, do you want me to order an attack?" said Berry Blue. "None of that. If they do it, they'll spoil it for me," said Frieza, furious. In a moment, Goku would open his eyes. He would feel the scream of the soldiers of Frieza despite the great distance. Goku would teleport to the ship. The soldiers would scream in fear. "Oh, it can't be! How did he get here?" said one of the soldiers. "I see that Frieza is not here," said Goku. "I want to talk to him." The soldiers would not hesitate for a moment to call Frieza the Emperor of Evil. He would see Goku through a monitor. "I can't believe my soldiers are so useless," said Frieza in a bad mood. "You don't know how to hide your ki. It's not their fault," said Goku. "Now what do you want?" "I think it's more than obvious," said Frieza. "End you once and for all." "Look, the one who will end you will not be me, it will be Broly, and that will happen when we determine it," said Goku. "With your permission, I must retire." Goku would cut off communication and completely exterminate the ship with all its crew. After that, the sacred planet would arrive. "Where were you?" asked Kibito. "Hey, we have to get out of here. Frieza already knows about me," said Goku. "It can't be true," said Kibito, curious. Goku and Kibito would reach the planet of Beerus. At that moment, Broly and Whis were fighting. Both would be really impressed by the power that Broly dislodged. It was much stronger than a few days ago. "Wow, what a quick change," said Goku. Broly and Whis would interrupt the fight. "Mr. Goku, do you have anything to offer?" Whis would ask. "We had to come this far. Frieza already found us," said Goku. "Look, he knows where this planet is. If he hasn't come, it must be for me," Whis would say. "I, like you, also start training and wait for the worst." "Broly, how are you doing with your training?" Goku would ask. "Excellent. I'm still far from being a god of destruction, but my powers have improved a lot," Broly would say. "I talked with my father and we have evaluated that he will be trained to be a god of destruction if he defeats Frieza. Meanwhile, he will be trained as a mortal warrior," Whis would say. "Sounds good to me," Goku would finish saying. Seriously. Goku and Broly trained hard on the planet of Beerus. Broly trained physically, while Goku would simply dedicate himself to his Kaioshin skills. Kibito would guide Goku to the creation of matter. Although it was costing him, little by little he would dominate it. In a moment, Goku would create a metal sword, although it was small and crooked. "What a fiasco," Goku would say.
"You're doing too well for the little time you've been in Kaioshin," Kibito would say. "I never imagined telling you this, but I'm proud of your progress." I never imagined that you would go so far in a short time. I never imagined that you would say something positive about me, Goku would say, with laughter. Don't overdo it. Be ready with me, Kibito would say. Goku would realize how Broly would shoot his ki to the maximum. He was in Super Saiyan, but strangely enough, he was in perfect control of his being. Amazing! He dominated him, Goku would say. Although it may not seem like it, I've been dominating my temperament for a long time, but Whis has managed to help me in a short time, Broly would say. That's great. I really congratulate you, Goku would say. I'm sure you'll be a good god of destruction. First things first, you have to defeat Mr. Frieza, so you must keep improving to achieve it, Whis would say. Kibito would approach Goku to say something in a low voice. Goku, don't you think it would be better if you fought? Kibito would ask. No, it wouldn't be right, Goku would say. Now I'm a Kaioshin, and no matter how strong I am, mortals must defend the universe. I don't understand, Kibito would say. Gohan, Piccolo, and the others always depended on me and Vegeta. All because we were warriors, and we only knew how to do that, Goku would explain. Look at everything that happened. No mortal appeared to defeat Frieza. Only Broly, who has been lucky enough to survive. That is why it is important that mortals do not depend on the gods. So I prefer to leave everything in Broly's hands and just act as a last resort. Wow, you speak just like the previous Kaioshin, Kibito would say, proud of Goku. Well, more or less, Goku would say. It's a shame that the old Kaioshin is also dead. I would have liked to receive some of his advice. Yes, it's a shame, Kibito would say. Hours later, Berry Blue would arrive with Frieza. I love Frieza. I want to talk to you a little, Berry Blue would say. I hope it's not to ask for a raise, Frieza would say, annoyed. No, none of that. It's just that we don't find Goku and Broly anywhere, Berry Blue would say. Frieza's look would scare Berry Blue. She would be speechless for a moment. It means they won't find him, Frieza would say. I mean, I know why we can't find them. Or rather, I have an idea, Berry Blue would say. Are you referring to the planet of Beerus? Frieza would say. Yes, it is our only alternative, Berry Blue would say. That would explain why before we only found Goku and now we don't find either of them. Heavens, I hate going to that place, Frieza would say. It's very far away, just within the limits of the universe. It's perfect for hiding because there are almost no stars around. So, are we going there? Berry Blue would ask. We have no other option. Coordinate with the navigator to go there, Frieza would say. That way, Frieza would embark on a trip to the planet of Beerus, the only place where Broly and Goku could be hidden without being detected by his army. Moments later, Goku would observe in the distance. He could see years away from Frieza's ship. That bastard is coming this way, Goku would say. It can't be. It's true, Kibito would say. What are you talking about? Broly would ask, confused. Frieza is coming this way. He will arrive in 3 hours, Goku would say. I can't believe it, Broly would say, curious. He must have exhausted his search, and he only has this far to come, Whis would say. By the way, Broly, I want you to know something. Whatever happens, I can't interfere, Goku would say. What are you talking about? Broly would ask. I am already a god. This fight is yours because you are still a mortal. You must give everything to defeat Frieza, and then make sure that other mortals can do what you will do now. Fight for the others, Goku would say. You put a lot of pressure on my shoulders, Broly would say. You are big and strong. You can do with that pressure, Goku would say. Okay, Broly would smile. "Mr. Broly, we can train until Frieza arrives," Whis would say. "Then I will recover him of all his energies. But once the fight begins, I am prohibited from intervening." "Okay," Broly would say. "I'm not like Mr. Goku. If an angel intervenes, it will cost him his life. So whatever happens, I won't help him," Whis would say, with grace. Broly would be trained in the remaining time by Whis while Frieza was eager to arrive. Finally, from Frieza's ship, you could see the giant tree corresponding to the planet of Beerus. "Wow, I haven't seen this disgusting planet in a long time," Frieza would say. Frieza's ship would park on the planet of Beerus. Broly and Goku would show up. "At last I find you two. Good for nothing," Frieza would say, upset. "Frieza," Broly would say, furious. "We have the little Saiyan and a Goku that dresses like the Kaioshin," Frieza would say. "What a strange image." "Frieza, before you keep spitting saliva, you have to know that Broly will be your rival." "No, Goku would say. "Anyway, I'll kill you anyway," Frieza would say. "That's not going to happen because Broly will tear you to pieces," Goku would say. "And after he does, he will become the new god of destruction." Frieza would be silent for a moment, then he would leave cleanly. "A Saiyan? God of destruction? Please," Frieza would say. "Mr. Broly, I wish you good luck," Whis would say. Broly would begin to increase his ki. Frieza did not seem to be impressed. The Emperor of Evil would break his neck to get warm. "Very well, it's time to finish all this," Frieza would say. Frieza would throw everything at Broly. He arrived with a strong punch, but Broly held his wrist just in time. "It's not true," Frieza would say, disconcerted. Broly would scream when he raised his ki in a savage way. Frieza would try to free himself, but it would be difficult for him due to the force that Broly exerted. Then Broly would hit Frieza against the ground. Once there, he would begin to step on him with force. Frieza, in an effort, would manage to free himself. He would come out of there terrified. He did not expect Broly to increase his powers so much in a short time. "It's not true," Frieza would say. "Fear," Broly would say, making fun of Frieza. "Bastard," Frieza would say, furious. Frieza would raise his ki to the maximum. He would throw everything at Broly and attack him with a series of consecutive blows. Without rest, he attacked him without stopping. Broly would have some difficulties, but that's when he would transform into Super Saiyajin. At that moment, he would connect a punch to Frieza's stomach, leaving him breathless. Then with a kick, he would throw him away. Furious, Frieza would transform into Golden Frieza to equalize the situation.
Disgraceful, disgusting ape. Now you will see what happens to you for messing with the great Frieza, Frieza would say as he walked slowly towards Broly. Both would place one in front of the other. They looked at each other in a challenging way, waiting for the other's reaction. Suddenly, both would throw a punch at each other, impacting their fists against each other. They would create a large air curtain as a result of the exchange of power. Then, Frieza and Broly would begin to exchange blows at high speed. Neither would stop. They seemed to be fighting at the same level since their blows had the same power and speed. Kibito could barely read the movements of both. "Damn, I can hardly see anything," Kibito would say. Goku's eyes moved side to side. He could read all the movements of both. "I don't like this at all," Goku would say. "What's going on?" Kibito would ask. "They're even, but something in Frieza tells me that he is not fighting seriously, while Broly is giving it his all," Goku would say. "Tell me it's a joke," Kibito Tenso would say. "I wish it were," Goku would say.
Frieza would connect a fist blow to Broly's stomach. He would leave him with the guard open, and that's when he would knock him down with a hammer blow. Broly would hit the ground hard. Then Frieza would drop to arrive with all the momentum of his body, but Broly would jump just in time. The Saiyan would take distance from Frieza. He could see how he was recovering his breath. He was tired, but on the other hand, Frieza was as if nothing. "Don't tell me you're tired," Frieza would say. "Now you will see," Broly would say, determined. Broly would go with everything towards Frieza. The evil emperor would raise his ki beyond his limits, impressing everyone. "It can't be that this is his true power," Broly would say, terrified. "I don't see you so confident now," Frieza would say. "This is a variant of the golden form. It costs a little more energy, but the results are worth it. After all, for something trained my resistance." Broly would open his mouth, throwing a large ray of ki towards Frieza. The evil emperor would stretch his hands, holding the attack as if nothing. Then he would return it to Broly without much effort. Broly would disappear after a big explosion. "It can't be, there's nothing left of him," Kibito would say. Kibito would look for Goku. He wouldn't see him anywhere. "Goku!" Kibito would say, seeing Goku in the sky, holding Broly. Broly would return to his base form. He was already out of combat. "I'll take care of it," Goku would say. "I thought you didn't want to intervene," Broly would say. "I didn't want to," Goku would say. Goku would leave Broly aside and approach Frieza. "I guess you want to repeat that moment when I took your life," Frieza would say. "Don't think that's going to happen," Goku would say. "This time things will be different." Goku would raise his ki little by little. He would accumulate a lot of energy around him. Frieza would notice something special in Goku's gaze. It wasn't the same as before. Suddenly, Goku would scream, increasing his power even more, reaching the Super Saiyan Blue. Broly and Kibito were impressed by the great ki that triggered Goku. "It's your end," Goku would say. Goku would reach Frieza, crashing into him. He would throw him several meters away. Even so, furious Frieza would return. He would throw everything at Goku. He would attack him with a rain of punches. Goku would dodge all attacks, and after a few seconds, he would respond with a hook under his chin. Before Frieza was fired far away, Goku would hold him by the tail. With a punch, he would bring him to him and connect a strong fist blow. Frieza would cough blood by the force of the blow. Then Goku would let him go and Frieza would distance himself. "You are a bastard," Frieza would say out loud. "I'll only make you pay for everything you did to us," Goku would say. "Once I kill you, I'll go back to normal with the dragon super spheres." "Nobody asked you," Frieza would say. Frieza would throw himself again at Goku. But this time, he would connect a kick to his chest that would leave him hunched. Then another kick would throw him to the sky to reach him and knock him down with a hammer blow. Then Frieza would throw a rain of ki attacks towards the place where Goku had fallen. Very slow, Goku would say behind Frieza, "Impossible." Frieza would scream terrified when he saw Goku's great speed. What could happen now that Goku is fighting Frieza? Is Goku stronger than Frieza? And also, what will be the fate of Universe 7? We will see all this in the next part of this incredible theory. And well, friends, I hope you liked the movie. Remember that if you want to see more parts and another movie of this incredible theory of Goku reborn with his memories and powers, this video has to reach 70 likes along with many comments. Subscribe for more theories. See you in the next part.